Hello.
This is a public communication services collect call from
This is Steve at your home.
an inmate at the Calumet County Jail. The use of three-way or call waiting will disconnect the call. This call will be monitored and recorded. To accept this call, dial 5 now.
Oh, hello there.
Hello.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm tired. All this heat.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, I bet. Everything's going to stay hot for the next 7 days.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So you must have been out tonight, huh?
Yeah, well, no, actually, we were here. We've been here. Just that the first time when you called, I was right on the phone. I just got done answering the phone to somebody else.
Oh.
And it's kind of like, you know, if you switch to the call waiting,
Yeah.
So I knew I couldn't, just tell him, and have him sit on hold for, who knows how long, because otherwise he'd call back, so.
Yeah.
I just figured you could be calling back, so then I wouldn't have to worry about it. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how are things going with you?
Yeah, I guess all right.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good I got this fan, though.
You got what?
This fan.
Oh, that's good. That's keeping you cool at least.
Yeah, a little bit anyway. Yeah.
Word what my job has, when I'm wearing the suit and the respirator and stuff,
Yeah.
I got water all here, just so like your whole body's just getting covered in water.
So what do you do?
I'm a painter.
Oh. What do you paint?
A lot of parts. All we paint them is in black.
Oh.
That's all I do is paint stuff black.
Oh, car parts?
Well, I wouldn't say car parts because we don't make cars. We make light towers and generators.
Oh. Generators?
Water trailers, and all stuff that's mobile.
Oh.
I mean, you can pull them with a truck or, a decent-sized car, stuff like that.
Yeah.
We got generators that are probably big enough to we probably got one big enough to run children.
Oh. Well, that's nice to know.
So we do a lot of stuff for the military and, when 9/11 happened, we sent, I don't know how many trucks were there the next day.
Yeah.
Worth of light towers, trailers.
Oh.
Hurricanes, we sent a bunch of generators to them when the hurricanes happened, and so.
Oh.
Yeah, we do a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the way you keep busy.
Huh?
That's the way we keep busy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We just got done expanding last year.
Oh, yeah.
We doubled the size of our building.
Oh.
You double things, and we made our paint department better. Instead of running on racks or where we used to push all the time, now we've got a trolley system.
Oh.
We still have to push the trolleys, but it's a lot easier on us than having to shove racks around.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that aspect is a lot easier, so.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, anything to make it easier.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, otherwise everything's going all right. I've been trying to get a hold of a lawyer today, but I guess not.
I don't know. Did you find out anything new yet?
Not yet. I haven't talked to him yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I talked to the Lord last night.
Oh, that's good. That's a good thing to do.
Well, I couldn't go to sleep. I lay down, I get up, I lay down, and I have about 3 times. And then I guess it was all about, Jody. So, well, sure, I guess he's saying that I guess she's doing better now. As long as she's in that house.
Yeah.
So, he's been telling me she did something in the past. But I guess you'll have to tell me about that when I get out and everything. We sit down and talk.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it ain't so good. So, I got this light in my room, out in the day room here, and it flashes. Well, last night, it was flashing for me. And when I was all done, it stopped flashing. I flashed once for no,
Mm-hmm.
and twice for yes. Well, I said, oh, little man. Decent you are here.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's one
So,
good
did you
thing.
did you talk to your dad or anything lately?
Just a little bit.
So everything's still okay? You're not like all freaking out or anything yet?
No, everything's decent. I guess Jody can pick up her clothes and her plans.
Okay.
I guess they're going to do that Tuesday when they go to town.
No, that's a good thing.
She went,
'Cause I know nobody wants any problems, that's for sure.
it seems like she wants to push me, though. She's asking for the speakers and everything.
Uh-huh.
Don't be pushing it. Get some stuff at a time, that's it.
Well,
Don't pay getting greedy. And I'm not going to go through the lawyer, because then that costs me money, where he's got to take it from the case, And the case is more important than that stuff.
yep.
Yeah. They can have all that stuff. I don't care.
I don't blame you there. You got more pressing issues than that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I got to get that truth outside and get free.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main thing.
Well, anything's coming.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure the judge will be giving you a response about those, that motion, or a couple of motions that he put off to the side.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't going to make things on, so I'm sure that should be coming up.
Yeah, he made some already. And the lawyer just put another one in.
You just put another one in, too?
Yeah. 3 of them.
That judge is going to hate you. Your lawyer keeps putting stuff in, but hey, I mean, if it wrinkles up the prosecution's case, why not?
Yeah, well, it's got all to do with the trial and everything. With the jurors and whatever. So.
Yeah, no, they haven't said too much now on the news anymore about you, and a little bit that we heard like on 26 or something.
Yeah.
That was just a little, drop in a bucket type thing.
Yeah.
At least I'm not hearing them always saying, I'm telling you that you're about the murder and all this other stuff again, like you do every time. Like, you're positively did it, you're already guilty.
Yeah.
That's what the news always puts on there, and it drives me nuts.
Oh, yeah.
I said, you're innocent. You're just being accused of it, but that doesn't mean you did it.
Yeah. I got to prove my innocence.
Oh, I know.
I did last time.
The innocent are proven guilty, that's a crack.
Yeah.
They got you guilty, and you got to prove your innocence. That's not what I told you're supposed to do.
Oh, yeah. Well, if a guy's innocent, what's he doing in jail? If he,
No.
I shouldn't be in jail.
No.
Well, they should be able to put me out. So I'm a risk.
Yeah.
For my whole life, I haven't caused no problem at all with the law enforcement.
Yeah, I know, but you're a risk. I know. I said, I don't get it. That just boggles my mind.
Yeah? I don't know. I showed up in court and everything else. Yeah. I don't know. Well.
This call is from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
Yeah. I've been sitting here in my pants. That's it. Don't be having a t-shirt on or nothing. Too hot for that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, they ain't say nothing. Because you ain't supposed to be you're supposed to have a t-shirt on when you come out the day room. They ain't got to live here. I'm forced to live here. This is where I live for now. So they put me out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Otherwise, I'm gonna try to call lawyer Monday, so let's see. Otherwise,
Well, I figured the lawyer probably should be coming to see you either Monday or Tuesday, 'cause I know you should see you before the...
no, he's gonna see me Wednesday. State court.
Oh, he's only going to wait until Wednesday to see you in court?
Yeah. Well, he seen me Monday. Last Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I meant, I figured he'd be coming and seeing you, you know...
Yeah, well,
he'd be seeing you before, you know, the trial and stuff, so...
Yeah.
So he could let you know the stuff that's going on and stuff like that. That's what I'd be thinking, but...
Yeah, well, he sends me everything, so I know what's all going on mostly. And he tells me a little bit over the phone what he can, you know.
Right.
You know, he don't say too much. And I gotta tell him some stuff. I can't say it over the phone. So I want to cut more things for him. Yeah, he'll be working. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Otherwise, that's what where it stands right now.
Well, I know. I heard you had a good visit on yesterday.
Good visit?
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom. Oh, and Catherine, and your wife. Yes,
I
wow.
heard the visit went pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. I was holding that. I didn't even expecting this. Yeah. I was laying down. Yeah.
Oh.
Your pastor's here and everything. I was like, what? They're supposed to be up here till tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, otherwise I had a pretty good day yesterday.
That's good.
Yeah. And last night I was pretty decent. You know. It was always, when I get something, it's always after 11. Between 11 and 3 o'clock in the morning. You know?
Word together. A nice way with you, huh?
But he tells me, and it's cute as light. You know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Everybody he deals with differently. That
Yeah, you...
I must have a beeping, but I'm not going to take it. Someone must be trying to call.
Yeah. You can't see who it is?
No.
Oh.
I can't tell when it's on call waiting, but I know if I went to click in right now, you'd be disconnected, so I'm not going to do that.
Oh.
I can just leave a voicemail message.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, I told Catherine if she had anything to call you. That was about 8 o'clock I'll be calling you. But I haven't called you. Tried to call you until 8:30. I talked to Mom. That.
No, I know we've been here. We've been cleaning house for most of the day because he's having that bridal shower for her daughter, so...
Oh, when, tomorrow?
Yeah. That's why I've been cleaning the house and getting stuff done. And, no, we had a neat thing because her son wanted to go and take us out for supper tonight, so... We went and had Chinese. They just said in the heat, I can't eat. You know, so now tonight's buffet, it's called a China buffet, where you can eat, you know, all you want, and he loves the crab legs. He goes and he must eat like a pound of crab legs and probably like, I don't know, 4 or 5 pounds worth of shrimp. So you can get them on Friday nights, you know, or all you can eat. So I mean, he's just sitting there whooping them down, but because it being this hot, I can't eat very much at all, so I'm pretty limited in what I can eat. I'm used to having like 2 or 3 plates, and I only had a plate.
Yeah, when it's so hot, you don't feel like eating.
No, I can't eat. I never could.
Yeah.
I try, and it don't matter how I try, I can't eat.
Yeah, it just won't go down.
Nope. Sometimes I gotta force myself to eat what I do, because I know I need to eat something, and you know I can't go without eating anything. But most of the time, I don't have no appetite, so it's pretty hard.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Is Catherine coming to that tomorrow too?
Yeah, I think so, but I'm not positive. I know she called, because she called one of the calls that she was talking to was when you paged in. So,
Yeah. Yeah, so, I don't know. Well, hopefully everything is going good then.
Yeah, well, I know Wednesday you're going to have some good news. I know that.
Yeah. I hope so.
You'll have good news.
Yeah.
I'm standing on that fact. You'll have good news.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Lord. You know, maybe I'll find out more after I talk to him, too, after Monday. I wonder,
Yeah, you might.
he's got to check a couple things for me. Yeah. So I can find out some stuff. Yeah, otherwise, I think that's about it. Yeah, so, how long that's going to last tomorrow? All day?
No, I don't know how long it'll last. I have no idea. I'm not sure what I'm doing either because I know with all the ladies being here, you know, that's not the place I want to be too much around, but being so blasted hot,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do, where I'm going to go. I may just sit in my office here and be on the computer or on my PlayStation, you know. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet just because it's so blasted hot. I don't want to do much outside.
Oh.
I know we even were talking of going golfing, but I told him I wasn't going to go because it was too blasted hot.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be hot in the
I
90s?
said, not unless we win at like, you know, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning and hurry and golf there 9 holes quick, you know.
Yeah.
I love going 18, but 18 once you get done to almost 4 o'clock, and by 11 or so you're probably going to have sweat rolling down your face.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, you got a computer?
Yeah.
You can take pictures on it?
Well, I can get pictures on it. I can't take them, but yeah, I can get them. I don't have a camera, so I can't, you know, do that. But yeah, I can get pictures on it.
Oh.
I send pictures, you know.
Oh, Jody's got...
I've gotten pictures sent to me, and I've sent pictures out.
Oh, because Jody's got that camera.
I know, that's what I heard.
Yeah. Well, that way I can maybe get some pictures from her.
Yeah?
You know what I mean? She can send one at a time. Now I was trying to think, how can I get some good pictures? So,
I don't know.
she can take them.
With that one.
She can take them. Yeah. I know I got pictures, paper. You can take them with the paper too? On a fax machine?
Well, I know her son Jeff's got a camera that can do that. Cause that's how I've taken a lot of the pictures before. He's got a camera that he can do that. He's got a computer just like mine, so that's basically how I got the idea.
Yeah, well,
I got it from him because he bought one, and then when he bought his, I just, you know, I figured I'd buy the same one because they're both, you know, they're both good computers, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because you could plug my camera into the thing.
This call is from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
Where it runs it off and, you know, fax it, you know, on a piece of paper. Yeah. Because I ain't got my machine back anyway yet. So hopefully I'll get that back pretty soon. Yeah. Yeah, I was wondering who's got a computer. I was going to ask you last time, but I forgot.
No, that's all right, but yeah, I've got one.
Well, she can bring the camera over and take some pictures then.
Yeah? Just how would we get the pictures to you?
Well, sure. Well, Catherine can send them to me.
Catherine don't have a computer.
No. Well, you said you do.
Yeah, I do. I'd have to send them, yeah. She can't, but I could.
Well, you couldn't send them over the internet, no. Ain't you got a fax machine?
No, I got a printer, though.
Oh,
I
a
don't
printer.
have a fax machine, but I got a printer.
Oh, yeah.
I got a printer that will print color pictures if I get the paper. I mean, that'll print, you know, I can have it print regular, you know, pictures. It's just that if you don't have the true, you know, picture paper, you know, they don't look nowhere near as good.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, I know Jody's got some paper, but I don't know where it is. I don't know if she took it along with her or not. So that's the thing. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, if he could get pictures to you, I said, I wouldn't mind. I said, I wouldn't care. I could do them.
Yeah.
That ain't a problem. It's pretty easy.
Well, as long as she's working.
Don't ask either one of them two. Those two are computer, I call them computer illiterate.
Yeah.
They don't know nothing about a computer. My wife's lucky if she can even turn one on. That's about as far as she'll get if she's lucky. That's about as far as she'll get on the computer is how to turn it on. That's about it.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can talk to her and she can bring the camera along. Take some. Maybe she can bring the camera along and take some.
Yeah, I don't know. I think she said something I think about that. She did bring the camera, so.
Yeah, well, she's got it. I know that.
I said, well, I could take pictures of whatever you wanted, basically, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, you could always put it on a regular piece of paper, too.
Yeah, well, yeah, I could always do that.
Yeah,
I know they don't look as good, but I can do it.
Yeah.
I just know I'm going to have to go and sit and order me some more ink here pretty soon, because I printed a lot of stuff for her about a couple of weeks ago, and I know I had to put brand new ink cartridges in both of them, because both of them are running pretty low.
Yeah.
And they're the last ones that I had, so now I'm going to have to go and order me some more, but I can get them pretty cheap, so.
Yeah.
I got a place that sends them. I can get them cheap. When I get them cheap, they even send them to me for free in the mail.
Oh.
I don't have to pay for postage.
Yeah.
So, I think that's, pretty slick.
Yeah. Yeah, well, she could take so many on that camera anyway. And save them. So once you get some paper, then we can do it the regular way. Well, I think that would be nice if I could get some fresh pictures. Well, yeah, because I know she got the camera because Mom looked, and she couldn't find it, so I know she had it. That was, what, $300?
Yeah, I know. They're pretty expensive. I don't know.
Oh, no. Yeah, that was no cheap one. Well, I had one, then I had to update it because that one was they were discontinuing it. So then I had to upgrade. And then I had to spend another $200 just to upgrade. Well, I guess it's good. I might as well get it. So that's what I did. You can see with that, maybe she'll bring it along with her. Yeah, nothing else. I suppose. I don't want to sit too long.
I'm just glad you're in good spirits. I'm glad you had a good visit.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know the last time I talked to you, you were having all the problems, and you were getting all confused, and, I know one thing, though, I know for sure, when Catherine called, I guess she told Veronica that Debbie sent her card.
Yeah.
You got to make sure that you're careful that I said you got to cancel all ties with her.
Yeah.
So you don't have any problems like that, because if you keep letting her get away with things, she'll just keep agonizing and keeping it going and going and going. Instead of dropping it, she'll make things worse, and pretty soon then you'll be really caught in the pickle.
Yeah.
Because you'll have her bugging you from one side, and then you won't know what to do with Sunshine and the other, and the next thing you know, you'll lose Sunshine for sure, and Debbie's no good for you. So
No, I don't want Debbie.
So that's why I said that you got to make sure you drop all ties. I mean, even if you ask her cancel her meal. I mean, I'd be nice if she sent you that. That's a nice thing. I'm not going to say it's not, but you just got to make sure that you're careful not to, get caught in that trap now because she sent you that.
Yeah. Well, she told me not to send no more, receive no more money from her and everything else. And I know that's all got to do with Jody.
Oh, yeah. I know that, too.
Yeah.
That's why I'm telling you to be careful already, because I said, you don't want Jody knowing about that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. But I know she don't trust me yet.
No.
But if she loves me, she should be able to trust me. You know?
I do and I don't. I said in some ways, you know, it depends upon how their life was raised and stuff, you know, and the different problems that they had growing up. Because I said, you know, everybody's different, and just there's things that sometimes can trigger them that, you know, we wouldn't know just being guys, you know, we ain't gonna know that stuff, but they do. The women hold it a lot harder than us do. Because I said, I know that with just my wife and I. We sometimes have arguments, and I said, I can get rid of mine by the next day. I'm up fine, and she's still holding, you know, she's still got problems from what happened from the day before. And then, what is it? Get over it. It's only an argument, you know, little argument, but yet, you know, they hold on to this stuff sometimes. It's very hard, so.
Yeah. See, that's why I don't want to give her nothing. You know, she's been asking now for the speakers and everything else, you know, and she don't trust me. And so why should I go ahead and give her everything I got? You know?
Well, I agree with you. You got to be on the safe side there. I mean, yeah.
You know, I don't want to...
I understand you don't want to go giving everything, you know, because otherwise then you'll be the one without nothing if something happens.
Oh, yeah. Because,
you know, and I agree with you in there. That's something, you know, you've got to be careful of, too. But
you know, she wants to...
I know I've heard her side, too, and all I kept hearing is stuff that she said she was promised. Well,
she wasn't promised nothing. Everything that I bought in the trailer is supposed to stay with the trailer. And see, she knew that, but she took everything out and backed it up. Like the speakers, the stereo, the computer, the TVs, the stuff in the kitchen. That was all supposed to stay to Rolly. You know? And then she just took it all. The only thing was promised to her was I bought her some pictures, and I sold them. And that's why I gave her the camera. You know? And she said she wanted the camera, so I gave her the camera because of the pictures. But nothing, I haven't promised her nothing in that trailer. You know?
Well, that's what I said. You see, that's all I've been hearing, so... And that's something I guess that I'd have to get you talking to her more about it and making sure so everybody's on the same page. Because, you know, according to her, that's what she was saying. And I said, you know, if that's not right, well, then, you know, then she's trying to get...
This call is from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
Doesn't mean it's a bad thing. I'm just saying she might be confused on that, you know, thinking that that's, you know, maybe she was getting promised, which she really wasn't, but she thinks she was, you know, or...
Well, everybody's been telling me that she wants everything of mine. You know?
Well, I can't say she wants everything. I said all I've been hearing is she just says she wants the stuff she was, you know, she said she was promised this, or she was promised that, you know, and yet I know we weren't talking to her enough and different stuff where, you know, we just finally told her she don't want any problems with anybody, so that's why she said she didn't care if they had everything and they kept it all. She didn't care. Because she said she didn't want to have all those problems and be in the arguments and stuff, you know, so... And I told her, well, that's a good thing, because you don't need the arguments, you don't need the problems, you don't need to be in all that hassle. That's the last thing you need to do.
But see, every time I turn around, she's always asking for something, you know?
And I think just part of that is because she thinks she was probably promised something, and, you know, if she was promised, you know, she'd like to get it, which, I mean, you can't blame her for that. But that's what I said. If she wasn't promised, then that's a different story.
No,
I'm just saying that's all I've ever heard, so, you know, that's why I don't take anybody's word. I just wait and I hear both sides of the story, so.
She wasn't promised nothing. Just because we sold the pictures, is that I gave her the camera. But the camera's worth more anyway than pictures. The pictures weren't even worth probably $60.
Mm-hmm.
But the camera's worth $300.
Yeah, right, I know. They're expensive.
Yeah.
So
that's why I gave her the camera for all of that. You know. But otherwise, everything in the trailer is supposed to stay with the trailer. I bought it to Rolly for me staying there. Because I can't stay there for nothing. You know, so I was fixing it up for her. I painted the place. She helped. You know. Something broke down. I bought it. The refrigerator broke down. I bought a new refrigerator. The washer broke down. I bought a new washer. You know. But I told her that before. I said, everything I bought stays with Rolly. For me living there. And the coffee pot and all the stuff was up there. She's got that all packed up and everything, you know.
Well, like I said, we'll go and we'll get to the end of that, so you don't have to worry about that part. We'll take care of getting that part figured out.
Yeah, that's why.
And everybody will be on the same page, and we won't have any more problems and no more of that, and then everybody will know.
Yeah. Because I don't want to...
And you won't have to keep hearing the problems about her wanting everything, and yet, you know, with her not trusting you and all the other stuff. I mean, everybody will be on the same page, and everybody will know.
Well, but see, the only thing is I'll have her for life, you know. And all she has to do is trust me. I'm not going to do nothing wrong or anything else, you know. But she's going to have to learn that. Otherwise, it's going to be for life. See, now, I don't know. You know, God says, you know, told me last night that we should get married and have a kid. You know.
Mm-hmm. Well, that I wouldn't know. I haven't sat down and praying that hard about that, so I wouldn't know that area at all. But
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. I know. You know.
Yeah, but
whatever the Lord's telling you, that's basically what you got to do. But you got to make sure you stand on what He says. So you don't try to go before Him or undermine Him or think of your own self, because He's got weird ways sometimes of doing things that are a lot different than we ever would think.
yeah, oh yeah.
And I always just, you know, I leave it in His hands, because I've seen, I told you, I could mean many things that the Lord has done for me, that if it was myself, I would have never thought they could have ever been possible and never would have happened.
Yeah.
But He just got His way of doing things that, I mean, are way different than ours, and you might not ever see it at the end thinking it could ever happen, and He'd turn it all around and making it where you'd be thinking, wow, how'd you do that?
Yeah.
So I've always just left it in God's hands. I don't try to figure it out. I don't try to, you know, surmise or try doing things myself.
Yeah.
I just leave it in His hands, let Him work at it, and everything will work out just fine when you do.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Even though it might not seem good at the time, because there might be things that happen, you know, that you'd be thinking, why me, why is this, you know, like kind of what you're going through now.
Oh yeah.
You know, but I mean, you know, there's always reasons why the Lord does things, and it's always for His glory, no matter what it is. There's always something for His glory.
Oh yeah.
As long as He gets the praise from it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, because she never wanted to go to Oshkosh. She didn't want to have nothing to do with the church, you know. All she wanted was to lay around and have all my stuff, you know. And she's been asking for my truck since I've been locked up for, you know. And it ain't nothing about us. It's all about the stuff. You know, every time I turn around, that's all I hear. Are you going to give me the truck? Can I get the truck? So I get my license, you know. And I don't even know if she can get them. You know?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure she can get an occupational if she's got a job, which I know she's working now.
Yeah, but
She's got a job now. So.
Yeah, but she couldn't do that before, though. You know? Because she got 5 times drunk and driving. You know? I know some other people got them, but they only got 1 or 2 times that they got them for back and forth
I've
to
known
work.
people that got them too. I said, I know.
Yeah.
Some you get them, some you don't. I mean, it all depends on the circumstance and basically probably the county and the judge you have and all the other stuff. So
Yeah.
I know it gets to be, you know, some they give, some they don't.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that's
I
why.
just know for all of my bad stuff that I did, there's many times I probably should have been pulled over for drunk driving and been thrown in the slammer and everything else. And
Yeah.
praise God, I never was.
Yeah.
I've never been handcuffed. I've never been in jail.
Yeah.
I've never been any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I said, that's only because God kept me out of it, because I said if it was for me, I should have been locked up a long time ago. I've done enough bad stuff in my life that would pay for all of that. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
It ain't that I mean, I've never killed anybody or nothing like that, but I've done enough drugs that
Yeah.
I'm just glad those days are over. I've been clean for probably 14 years now.
Yeah. That's good.
And the best part about it is the Lord took it all away. Within 1 week, I didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm. Well.
That's why I know you call that God.
Oh, yeah.
I could give up alcohol pretty good. I could probably give up cigarettes pretty good, but it's the drugs that I had a hard time giving up.
No. Yeah, I don't know. She still smoke?
No, I don't do anything anymore.
No, does she?
Does she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
She still does. I don't know how bad. You know, I'm not around that often to find out, but I mean, she still does. But I figured the best thing is just let the Lord take care of it. You know, when it's ready and stuff, He'll take care of it, and He'll end up having her quit.
Yeah.
That I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just know we can't ever try to push people, you know, to try to make them do something like that, because the Lord has to do that. We can't.
Oh, yeah.
That's His job.
Yeah. You know, everything she's saying is always one-sided. It's her side.
Yeah.
You know, it's not my side. You know. And that's the way it was with my family. You know, she'd tell me one thing, then he'd tell me another thing. You know.
Yeah, I know. Well, the other thing, though, too, is sometimes my best thing that I tell you for the easiest suggestions, you don't have all of these problems, as I said, I wouldn't listen to all the stuff you hear. I'd go, when you hear something, just, you know, act like you're acknowledging it or whatever, so you're not lying about it, and then just go pray about it and let the Lord give you direction. Because then He'll give you the answer, and then you'll know who to believe and who not to. Because I said, I know sometimes if your family doesn't like her, they're going to cause problems to try getting you, and then, you know, they're trying to break you guys up then, too, which isn't a good thing either.
Yeah. But there's
So
a lot
that's
of...
why I said, just because, you know, you hear things, I said, I've already found out with my family.
This call is from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
I hate that lady.
Yeah, me too.
But I said, I've had problems with my family many, many times where they tell me so many different things. And I said, I know when my wife and I got married, I said, I had my sister stand right there and tell me that we shouldn't be married. That I shouldn't marry her, we should break it all off and all of this stuff. And it wasn't ours doing, it was God's doing. It was God's plan, not ours.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, you tell me when you got your own sister telling you to do that.
Oh, yeah.
We were pretty close.
Yeah. No, but a lot
Well, that's why I've known that I said I don't even bother with what family says much anymore. I said I take what they say, you know, because sometimes it might help and it might be encouraging and it might be true. But then there's other times that they're going to throw someone blocked in there just to mess you up.
Yeah.
But sometimes Satan does that all himself.
Oh, yeah.
Just to screw things up so more and more problems happen, and then the next thing you know, you're having conflicts amongst yourself.
Yeah. You know. But I know a lot of stuff was true. You know, with the phone calls and everything else.
You know, I'm not saying that. You know, I'm just telling you to make sure you're careful about how you deal with your family and stuff. Because I know you seem to be pretty close, especially with your mom and dad. You're pretty close.
But we are always close.
Yeah.
So all of this happened.
Because I know our family's been pretty close too. I mean, you know, my mom helps us as much as she possibly can, and yet I know I've had to help her do a lot of stuff now, especially of late, because my dad's been pretty bad shape.
Oh, yeah.
With him and his smoking for so many years that he did, he can't barely breathe anymore, so he can't barely do anything. And my sister's got to be able to do most of the work around the house, but when it comes to the real heavy physical stuff, you know, I have to come over to do that.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, you know, we kind of got to all help each other right now, but that's the way our family's always been brought up.
Oh, yeah.
I always figured, you know, you help somebody, and then later on down the line, you know, when you need help, they'll come and help you, you know, so that way you're always helping each other. So everybody works together, you know.
Yeah.
And that's the way it's supposed to work, but some families, I know it doesn't work that way, because some of them want their own idea, you know, they want you to do all this stuff, and then the next thing, you know, they'll turn around and they won't do nothing to help you, and, you know, then you're bumming. Not to say your family's like that, but I know mine, after a while, it was like all of a sudden they wanted me to help them do everything, and I couldn't do stuff around here myself, because they always wanted me to go and help.
Yeah.
I finally put my foot down and said, forget that, I got stuff around here I got to do first.
Yeah, if I
now
need
they know that if they want something, instead of they jump and I say how high, I tell them now they got to pick a number and priorities first.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if I need help, they help me.
No, that's what I said. That's the good thing. That's the way the family should be. If you need help, they can come and help you, and then when they need help, you help them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's always been. You know, we never had this much argument. You know, since she's been locked up and I've been locked up. Yeah, that's terrible. You know?
Oh, yeah, well, I know. It raises havoc with everybody. That I know.
Oh, yeah. You know, she says one thing and I can't do nothing. You know? She can do it, I can't do it, you know. Because I don't know what's going on yet. You know, I'm spending all of this money on her, and I don't even know if she's going to stay with me. You know?
Well, I believe she will.
You
I don't think you have to worry about that.
You know?
Because I think, I know, you're both in this thing where I think you need to trust her and she needs to trust you.
Yeah.
And I think you're both not trusting either one right at the moment, so. But like I said, I'm going to sit and I'll talk to her probably more this weekend. I'll see her. And then I can talk to her and then I can get more things figured out and figure out more things too. And maybe if I'm lucky, I can try doing some praying tomorrow. I've been so blasted tired this week from the heat that I haven't been able to do much of nothing. I try to pray in the morning and my mind gets wandering so blasted bad you can't even focus, so I finally just got to say forget it.
Yeah.
I mean, I do try. At least I try. And I sit down every morning and I try to pray and I try to seek answers and stuff.
Yeah.
But I know this week's just been terrible. My mind's been wandering all over the place.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all she has to do is learn to trust me. I'm not going to lie to her, you know. I want this forever. But, you know, if she
Well,
can't,
that's what we've been telling her, so.
you know, if I can't, you know, if she can't tell me anything, you know, like where she's working, she said, oh, I ain't going to tell him because, you know, you're going to tell his mom or his brother or whatever. I ain't telling my family nothing. The only thing I told my family was that she got a job. That's it. And that's all they have to know. You know? You know, I never tell my family hardly nothing. She's the only one who will sit down with Chucky and tell him everything. You know? And she wants everything. She wants my truck and my car and all my stuff. And, you know, and then she comes around and she asks for it all. You know? What am I supposed to think? You know? So that's why I'm scared to give her anything until I know. You know, and then my lawyer says that she wants to marry me real bad. So I got it all coming in every way.
Yeah?
You know?
I know what happens.
You know? As long as she can stick with me and deal with everything, that's fine. It's forever. You know? Because if it ain't a sure thing, I'm not going to get married. It's got to be sure. I'm only going to get married once. You know? If she don't trust me...
I don't blame you there, because I was in that same boat, too.
Well, yeah, if she don't trust
That was
me...
the way I was.
If she don't trust me, then I can't marry her. You know? I gotta have to trust her. You know, if she's alone... Even if she's alone by herself, whatever. Or with somebody. I need to trust her. You know? She needs to trust me. Because she's my life right now. You know, I'll put up anything. You know, I took money out of my lawyer to pay for her lawyer. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Now, who's going to do that? I got a bigger case. I shouldn't be worrying about her. You know?
Oh, I know. I know.
You know, but there's no contact. She did it, not me. And I got to pay. You know? And I always told her, I said, don't be over by Chucky. Don't be talking to him. You know? And she never listened. And now she found out, oh, Chucky did call on her. He reported her. Well, now I think it's all a different story. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Because he told me she wasn't coming up, and he even told me what the probation officer is now. He knows all of that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So I don't even know nothing. And I'm supposed to be her fiancé. I have to be the first one to know. You know?
Yeah, you should be, but I know sometimes you're the last to know.
Yeah.
I know, I'm the same thing a lot of times with us. I said I should be one of the first ones to know, and half the time I'm one of the last ones to know.
Yeah. That's
So
why
I gave up bothering and trying on that area. I just, oh well.
I figured that's why I figured once I get out, at least once a week we'll sit down and talk. You know? Got anything to say? We'll say it in that time. work-wise. I'm hoping everything will work, between me and her.
Mm-hmm.
Because, later, if she takes everything of mine and everything else, she leaves me. I don't want to take her to court and get all that money back. And I let the lawyer to do some more.
This call is from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
And I ain't one to hurt people. That's the thing.
Yeah, I know that. That I know.
I'll never hit her. I could have a couple times with her drinking. But,
Oh, I know. My always saying that I always like, and I laugh about it, but I said it's always mine, that sometimes I want to shoot them. I didn't say I want to kill them, I just said I want to shoot them, They can walk around with a limp. That's why I said I laugh about it, that's a lot of times how I feel. At least when you're saying it, but you're not acting on it,
Oh, yeah.
A little better, I think, than trying to act on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
I've never been one, I said I've never been one that wants to fight.
no.
I always thought fighting was dumb and stupid, and then what does it really solve?
Nothing.
All it is showing that you're tougher and stronger and you can beat somebody up, but what's the difference? There's always somebody bigger and stronger than you
Oh, yeah.
going to beat you up somewhere down the line, so what's the difference?
Yeah. I don't want to argue with her no more. I did enough arguing on the phone. That's enough.
Yeah?
That's enough for a lifetime. I don't want
I don't blame you there.
I ain't getting in a relationship to fight and argue. That's a no-no to me now. I gotta do it right. It might be another 40, 50 years.
Well, like I said, I'll know more when I find out probably what's going on this week, and I'll be able to find out more things, and then I'll know. So that way then I can hear, because of course I'm hearing your side, They don't know what we talk about, and I don't tell them. I figure that's not right, because that way, we're having our own talk. And that way then I can hear what she has to say, and then I'll be able to,
put two together.
Start figuring out what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you'll be able to tell a little bit what we talked about, put a two together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on it. That's all I do is look at her pictures. So there ain't nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
If I ain't got her, I'll never have another one. I'll go single for the rest of my life. And be with the church. This is the only time that I'm going to do it with a woman. Otherwise I'll talk to them and do whatever, That's about it. I know Debbie, she's trouble.
I've always said, though, I said, God has his own way with things. Because I said, I was praying for a wife, and I prayed for one.
Yeah.
I truly did. I asked the Lord for a wife, and when he ended up bringing me the one, the one now that is my wife, and I prayed, I said, I didn't think it was her.
Yeah.
I kept waiting and waiting,
Yeah.
I was even dating some around, and she was always joking, saying, after we became such good friends and stuff, and she knew I prayed for a wife, because I told her, it wasn't like it's a big surprise,
Yeah.
I told her I was praying for a wife.
Yeah.
And I was standing on the fact I was going to get one. And then one time when she was just joking around, she goes, well, your wife better like me, because I knew we were such close friends, it wasn't like we were going to be running away. But I should have had a light bulb go off in my head or something. I said, no woman in their right mind is going to be wanting another woman hanging around with a guy, like that all the time. You ain't good friends, if you're only friends, the woman's going to think something's going on, But I should have had that light bulb, but of course I didn't, because we were just good friends,
Yeah.
If we can sit over at a restaurant until like 3:30 in the morning, drinking coffee and talking, and nothing going on, and then go your own separate ways,
Yeah.
you think for sure that there's something going on. I even sat at the house one day baking cookies and candies and stuff till 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, there was one time I got up there early in the morning and made a cake.
Yeah, well, we were baking cookies, and we started, probably 6 o'clock at night or something the night before.
Yeah.
And I mean, we were baking stuff up, like I said, until, 10 o'clock in the morning. And I said, when you're doing stuff, that long. So,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Actually, I said we were up till like 5:30 in the morning. All of a sudden, we never looked at the clock. We just kept doing stuff. All of a sudden, we looked at the clock. We're like, oh, my God. And she goes, what the neighbors going to think? Because you got to remember, my car was there the whole time, but after a while, we just said, forget it. We didn't care anymore.
Yeah.
They're going to say what they're going to say. After a while, I didn't even care what people said. We were just good friends. I had enough people, different churches come by and saying, so, what's your relationship with, with you and her? And I'm thinking, what? We're just good friends.
Yeah, good friends.
Everybody else will probably see something going on, but we were only friends. I mean, honest, that's what we were, friends.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But the Lord had other plans, and I said all of a sudden he just worked it out, and the next thing you know, he's working out the wedding, he's working out, the reception, the honeymoon. I mean, he had everything all put together, and he had everything right down in order, and everything worked out just the way he said it was going to. So,
yeah. That's why
I said God has his own way of doing things. So that's why I said I'm believing that it's Jody. I said I'm believing that for a fact. But I said, God can do whatever he wants, and maybe something does happen where one of you guys mess up or whatever, and it ends up not being, the case, either because one of you guys aren't listening or whatever, well, then don't just say that, there won't be anybody else, because who knows, maybe the Lord will bring somebody else into your life, so.
Yeah, thanks.
But I believe it will be her.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, I don't too. Yeah. And I hope it is.
I believe it is. I said, we don't know. I mean, people sometimes have their own decisions and their own things, and that's why I said I'll know more probably when I can talk to her this week, and I'll find out more stuff, and then I'll know probably more of what's going on. And because I know right now I don't know much of nothing.
No, just a little bit of pieces. I used to be able to sit down and talk to her. Yeah, nothing else. This has been a while.
Yeah?
Yeah, really too long. Yeah, nothing else. It's nice talking to you.
Oh, yeah, well, I said, I don't mind. Whenever you call and you got problems like that, I said, I'm always happy to help you. I help you whatever I can help you. I mean, if there's something really specific, I said I can sit and pray and I can get answers just like everybody else does.
Yeah.
I just like it because I said, I've always been the person where if you want a specific answer and you want something for me to pray about, I'm going to pray and I'm going to give you what the Lord gives me. I don't buttercoat it. I don't add nothing to it. I've never done that because I said I don't want people adding things to me. I said if I wanted to ask for something specific, if somebody starts putting their own words and stuff in it, and you find out later that that's what they did, because at the time you'd think it'd come from the Lord, I don't ever do that. That's something I will never do. Because I don't want anybody ever doing that to me. I said if they get something from the Lord, fine, then that's what I want. But I don't want their own input in it,
No.
So that's why I always said, you got problems like that with things that you wanted, prayer, or you just want to have somebody else's opinion, or something. I said, I don't mind. You can always call for that.
Oh, yeah.
I just, because of all the working and how much running and all the stuff I'm doing, I said, this past week, I'm glad that I can finally relax some, because I didn't do nothing yesterday. All I did was watch movies, because I was so blasted tired from the heat, and yet my job wasn't that hard. It was actually probably one of the easiest days was yesterday.
Yeah.
Today wasn't real hard either. It's just that because of the heat being so blasted bad, every time I crawled in that paint booth to paint and stuff, I was sweating so bad, I didn't want to get back in here. But I mean, that's my job. I don't have much choice. I mean, I don't paint every day.
Yeah.
But, that's the job that I have, so.
Oh, yeah.
Because we switch off, our department switches off every week.
Yeah.
So somebody's not doing the exact same job, all the time.
Yeah. When do you think she's going to be able to...
This call is from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
When do you think she'll be able to get in there?
I don't know.
A couple of weeks?
I don't know. I haven't had a chance to talk to our lady for a while. I've been trying to, and every time I go by her office and stuff, she's not in there, and then, I pastor just in passing or something, you know, but I kind of can't talk when we're just passing by, you know. I don't want everybody else knowing, so.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get a hold of, I can talk to him more, so making sure that everything's squared up. But, you know, I won't know anything for a little while, but I know they are going to be hiring people again, so. Because they're looking for a couple of people already. They got a couple positions. I don't know how close people are to filling them or what's happening, so I don't know. I'm still in the dark that myself, but there is a couple positions right now open. One of them is specialized by me, but it's on second shift.
Well, yeah, that would be nice.
They let one of our people go because of his attitude.
Oh.
So.
Well, yeah, I suppose then. It's a run, but it's been quite a while.
Well, I pray things are going to go good with you, and I said, you know,
I
and
pray that
I'll
too.
hear more, and I'm sure they're going to come and see you. Probably they'll see you for sure probably Wednesday. I'm guessing that for sure. They're going to probably be up there for your court date. I'm almost positive of that.
Well, then maybe next time I talk to you, maybe you know something more.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you hear something from the or, you know, like maybe Monday night or something, you know, or even Tuesday before your case, you could probably call and let me know. But otherwise, you know, I know I'll hear more than probably Wednesday with your case. They'll probably let me know what happened and what was good. And you never know, you might even be coming home by then.
I'll talk to the lawyer Monday anyway, so maybe if I know something Monday night, you know. So otherwise maybe you have some news for me, and then maybe you have some news for you then.
Yeah, see? That would be good.
Yeah, that would be.
I just know if you're going to call Monday, if you are going to call Monday, make sure you call because Jesse comes on at 8:30. One thing we try never to miss is Jesse. I love Jesse. He's like one of my favorite guys to watch. So.
All right.
And his messages are always good and awesome. I told Sunshine about a story about him one time that was hilarious. I was reading it because I get his magazine once a month and it's free. But I get his magazine and I was reading the magazine and the magazine was this article that he has in it. He has one and his wife has one, and now the way they're going, even his daughter has one. And his daughter's, you know, not a young, you know, she's, you know, in probably her early 30s or so. And I mean, you know, but I was telling her a story about the one that Jesse had in there that we have on one of his DVDs, because he has a thing that they call it the Mirror Your Heart to It's About a Good Like a Medicine. There's 5 of them. Well, I was telling her about one of the stories that's in the 5th one. And I was reading this in the article first in the magazine. And when I started reading it, I said that was like his very first thing. Now on this, you know, the different stories that they do have the story in there, but it's not his first one, you know, on there. It's probably, you know, they only show us funny things. But this thing, I was starting to read it, and I was starting to laugh and giggle right away when I started reading it, because it was reminding me of me when I was probably back, you know, 15 years, 20 years ago, with something going on like that. I thought I was going to do the exact same thing. Because he goes to this clerk, he tries to, you know, and he was going to always, you know, he'd travel on the road back then, but churches a lot of times would pay for his stay, you know, where he pays for it now. So he goes and runs it, and instead of sitting there praying with the Lord like he's supposed to, you know, like he does all the morning, you know. He got up late, you know, and he was getting ready, and he was supposed to go out with the pastor of this church, you know. So instead of praying, he figured he'd pray when he got back, so he's out running, you know, and everything else. And they end up having a all-day shot, you know, doing all this stuff. And when he gets back, and he's supposed to preach at 7 o'clock, and he gets back to his hotel room at 5. They can't get in his hotel room. His key, you know, for the door doesn't work. You see this note that says he's got to go down to the counter, you know, something to the desk or whatever. So he gets down into the desk, and he tells the guy, you know, that I said, the key doesn't open my room, and I said, I had this note to come down here. The clerk says, the credit card has expired, and he needs another form of payment. And he couldn't figure it out, and he just remembers that it was, you know, the church's credit card, and it expired by 1 day. You know, and, you know, people are going to miss something like that once in a while, you know. So Jesse's trying to tell him that, you know, his wallet's in the room, all his money's in the room. So he can't get nothing, so he's just telling him if he'd open up the door, he could pay him and take care of it. But the guy wouldn't open the door. He kept, you know, just harassing him. Pretty soon he says, the house and going up his leg. He grabbed him, pulled him right over the counter. And his counter, I guess, is kind of like, you know, how those bank teller type things are? Well, that's kind of how this thing was. And he pulled him right over the counter, was going to beat his head with a phone. Because he was so mad, that's when the manager walked over. But I mean, I'm reading this, so that's why I said I'm already laughing and giggling, you know. And then after you're done reading it, then you'll see the sermon, because you see the thing on the Smeary Heart where you can see him doing it live, you know, not just reading it. I mean, I was laughing so bad it wasn't funny. I mean, it was just so hilarious. And you just imagine yourself doing something like that if you get one of these clerks. But I guess the clerk, the way he was showing it on the thing, because I mean, even, you know, they didn't say it so much in the article, but the way he was doing it on the TV, you know, watching his video, it was like this guy was like one of those, you know, queers or homos, you know, or one that was like a lady type guy, you know. It's just hilarious. But I was telling her one of those stories, so I mean, she was getting a kick out of that too. That's why I know she'll love watching him probably just as much as you would, because you're going to laugh. You'll laugh, and you'll laugh, and you'll laugh. I mean, that's what you're going to do is laugh.
Yeah, I suppose it's been an hour.
Yeah? All right. Well, I know she's been taking a bath, and then when she gets out, I know we're going to bed here pretty soon, because I know I've had a long, tiring day.
Yeah, nothing else, maybe Monday night then.
All right.
Okay. All right,
you take care, and you have a good weekend. I hope things will go good for you, and you'll get some good news.
Yeah.
And I hope that you'll have some nice air to keep you cool with the fan.
Yeah, that's about it. When he's here, tell her I love her, and that's all I do.
All right.
All right. Nothing else, I'll talk to you Monday then.
All right.
All right.
Care. God bless.
God bless you too.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.